Introduced in 2010 as BMW's replan of the super sport bike line, the S1000RR is in a class of its own. This 999cc motorcycle with 193 crank horsepower sets a new standard in consumer-based leader bikes. Combine this power with the comfort and style and advanced technology, and you have a ride almost like no other. As agile on the open roads as it is on the track, the BMW S1000RR brings a whole fresh meaning to the word fun. All this and more on this episode of Top End TV. When BMW decided to get into the sport bike scene, they knew they had a challenge ahead of them. Coming up against the likes of Suzuki, Yamaha, Honda, and others, they had to set their goals high and their ability to create a first-class bike even higher. Let's find out if they did it.
As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, beauty is the pilot of the soul. And with the BMW S1000RR, he would be right. With a design that would make angels sing, advanced technology that's second to none, and raw power almost like no other, riding on this bike lifts the soul. Then again, Emerson probably didn't have to ride a motorcycle in the rain.
Known as one of the fastest leader sport bikes around, the BMW S1000RR has it all. With 4 primary settings, rain, track, sport, and slick, this bike can do anything a racer's heart desires. Since we can't control what Mother Nature throws at us, thankfully, BMW has supplied rain mode on this bike. Normally we have beautiful weather, but today, we're putting it to the test.
Now, all I can say is that the BMW S1000RR is a fantastic bike. It's got the speed, it's got the mobility, it's got the power. As you can see, in rain mode, this bike handles perfectly fine.
While in the rain setting, the bike is set to the highest level of traction control and the anti-lock brake system is bumped to the maximum sensitivity.
Rain mode tests the horsepower to around 150. It also adjusts the throttle response, so as you start off, it's a lot smoother and reduces the chance of the tire breaking from the road.
The throttle response is a primary factor for all the settings on the S1000RR. Each mode provides a different reaction depending on whether you're on the track or out on your daily commute.
One of the things that's great about this bike is how smooth it is, how it reacts to every slight response and stimulus that you apply as you're going down the road. This bike is a dream to ride.
Controlling this bike is close to effortless. With near surgical precision, it slices down the road. It's almost like it knows where you want to go before you do.
Another feature that I like about this bike is the quick shift. Keep the throttle on, shift up to the next gear. There you go.
Although simple in action, the quick shift is only one way, which is up. Try using it to downshift, and unless you know what you are doing, you'll find yourself grinding your transmission into oblivion.
Now that it's finally stopped raining, all I need to do is press the mode button near the throttle and switch to sport. First, until I get to sport mode, flick the clutch. Now it's on.
Since it was raining, I just didn't have the rocks to try out race mode. This mode adjusts the throttle response to be more aggressive and gives the rider a quicker return of power when hammering on the gas. While in race mode, should you lean the bike more than 45 degrees, the throttle response becomes restricted. If race isn't enough for you track junkies, there's slick mode. This mode allows for 53 degrees of lean angle before the throttle restriction kicks in. Slick mode is only for the very serious rider. Now all of you may be wondering, where's Jen in this episode? Well, she's right here. Say hello, Jen.
Hi, Kevin. Glad I could finally join you. Sorry I didn't get a chance to ride the BMW, but I just didn't want to look back compared to you.
That's okay. I fully understand. Not everybody is able to ride such a fantastic and wonderful bike as the BMW S1000RR. In fact, being such a talented and gifted...
Kevin, what's going on here?
And that concludes this episode of Top End TV.
They're going to need to stop at the store and get me some towels.
Yeah.
Introduced in 2010 as BMW is replaying the super sport bike line, the BMW S1000... I think it's... Combine this power with the comfort, style, and advanced technology, and you have a ride that's almost like no other. As agile as an on the... I'm doing okay. When BMW decided to get into the sport bike scene, they knew they had a challenge ahead of them, coming up against the likes of Suzuki.
You could have went straight into that.
Yeah. I'm not going to. I don't like mistakes.
Okay.
If you lean the bike more than 45 degrees, the throttle response becomes restricted.
45 degrees. Camera sideways.
Hard thing, but it's not enough. What does that tell you? I need a sport bike to wrap my arms around.
Like me, man. I wasn't a car guy, see?
Yeah.
What is this?
This was our interview. This was our discussion was being recorded. Yeah. Well, the problem is I'm sure that I would crash and I'd lose like a nut. I might need that later.
You might. You can live with just one.
Yeah. Damn, son. What was that look again? What was that look? That's perfect. Didn't come back over.
That's okay. I fully understand. Not able...
Kevin, what's going on?
And that concludes this episode of Top End TV.
And don't lose your character, Jim. You're still mad at him. You're like, what's going on?
I'm not mad.
I know. When you come back and you're laughing, it's like,
All right.
I think it was...
Okay.